You guys wanted to see me racing, so here we go on our way to Mettet.
So folks, so we have arrived at Mettet and now I'm going to offload the car and get it all ready.
It's pretty early in the morning and I'm one of the first ones who arrived, and even before you know it, you have some other people coming over to you talking about their cars.
It's a bit chilly today, but the good thing is it doesn't rain. We are about ready to start, so I guess it's another 15 minutes before we can do our first track.
And this is my friend Jan, who is getting his V ready. And he actually has rebuilt this V completely himself. I'm just waiting until it's my time to go, and we've got 30 cars on the track today. That's a lot, and in fact 3 crashed over the course of today, and yeah, I guess they will have some work to fix their cars. There weren't a lot of people around early in the morning, but later on the day there was more folks. And here you see all the other cars that are going to participate on the track with me. Some of them are pretty much souped up compared to mine. But we'll see how the Kawasaki engine will do compared to all the Formula Fords. I think it will just work out because I've got a lot of revs. But on the other hand, I have to be a bit careful because the car hasn't been on the track for a while. It has new brakes and it has to be run in. So we call this a shakedown. And here you see all the other cars being prepared, ready to go.
And then we'll see how it goes.
So we are getting ready to get onto the pit lane and then get onto the track, and this is the first time this car is back on the racetrack. So I will have to take it a little bit careful in the beginning, and you'll see that I'm not going all as fast as the other cars, but I have good reasons for that. I don't know this car, we haven't completely rebuilt, so I want to build some confidence first. But after a couple of rounds, it actually turned out that the car was behaving fairly well and good on the track, so I started to feel far more comfortable. So I could take some more page or higher speeds on the track, especially on the straight line. And there you see me. I'm not too bad. Other cars are passing me, but again, I'm still running in the car, so it is quite normal that I'm going a bit slower. And I did run into a problem. My clutch actually broke or started to slip, so I really needed to adjust that clutch.
I just finished the first 2 tranches and that went quite all right. I didn't go all the way because I still have to break in the brakes, so that's why I was not going as fast as some of the others, but it's working pretty well. I think the suspension is good, the alignment is good, so I don't need to do any changes on the car for the moment.
And lucky for me, I only had to adjust the lever on the clutches.
So on the other side, you have my friend Jan, and he's having a bit of a problem with his front wheel bearing.
So once the clutch was adjusted, it started to work just fine, and I had no more an issue when I was pushing down the throttle that the RPMs would go up and the car would move. So now I felt far more comfortable because after all, this was already the 4th time we got on the track that day, and then there was one more. We went 5 times in total. And the car was behaving real good and real well, and yeah, you start feeling more comfortable, so you start speeding and you start braking later, and it just went fine, better than what I expected, because I could have had all kind of issues after the complete rebuild. So the shakedown, well, for me that was a success.
So folks, I just got back from the race in Mettet, and I've been driving for 2.5 hours, so we did 5 tranches on the circuit. And in the first one, you might have seen it, I was going a bit slow because I had to break in the discs and the brakes and so on, and actually see if the car was working properly, and it actually did. Except my clutch was slipping, so I had to adjust the clutch after that first tranche of racing. In the second tranche it worked very well, and in the third and the fourth and the fifth it was going really smooth, and in the last one I slipped because there was a oil trail on the racetrack. I didn't do a full spin, but just a quart spin, and I was able to recover it. On the straight stretch I was able to get up to about 205 clicks an hour. That's on my speedometer. I don't know how accurate that is. It seems a bit on the high side. But still, I think that was good. So overall, the Konig Race Car performed very well. It was tracking right, it corners properly. In fact, I didn't have to do any adjustments whatsoever. I did measure the temperature on the different races we've done on the tires, and they were kind of all equal. So the alignment of the camber and the toe is just spot on, so I don't need to change anything. And in fact, I didn't change anything. So this was a really a good race, and I apologize if I don't have a lot of videos, just because there was no time for me to shoot a lot of footage. So I just wanted to keep you updated on how that went, because I know some of you wanted to see me racing the Konig Race Car, and I think it has done its maiden race and it works just fine. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.